With the #1 overall selection, with the Chicago Bears being pretty much, locked in at this point, they're going to take Caleb Williams. There has been a lot of speculation who goes after Caleb Williams. Who goes to #2? Who goes to #3? Does someone trade up for a quarterback at #4? There's so much speculation, and the rest of the draft has yet to be told. But in this video, we have some breaking news. The Las Vegas Raiders are a team who are looking for a quarterback, and if one falls to them at 13, they will take one, right? Michael Penix, maybe a Bo Nix. But at the end of the day, there is one quarterback that they have their eyes on, Jayden Daniels. Now, interestingly enough, a few months ago, before free agency really started, there was this IG Live, right? There was Brandon Ayuk, there was Jayden Daniels, also this dude, I'm not really too sure who this is, you can comment down below if you do know, but then there was someone in the comment section, Rachaad White. Now, what is one thing that these guys all have in common, Brandon Ayuk, Jayden Daniels, and Rachaad White? You probably know they all went to Arizona State and were recruited by, Antonio Pierce. Now, obviously, Rachaad White here, as you see, Shad_1 says everyone on this call going to the Raiders, including me. Now, obviously, guys, this is a joke. This isn't the big news that I want to show you, and obviously, it's just speculation. But at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of inkling that these guys could potentially go to the Raiders, right? Jayden Daniels has spoken about wanting to play with Antonio Pierce. One of the main reasons he went to Arizona State was for him. Now, can they find a way to jump up and trade or, trade up into the top 5 to get him? Now, before, I would say no. I thought Jayden Daniels was going to be a lock to go at 2. I thought maybe Drake May could be, sneak into that #2, and maybe the Patriots didn't want Jayden Daniels. But now we're getting so many more different type of rumors that could potentially allow Jayden Daniels to, go by that #3 spot and maybe even land at #4 to a team where Arizona could definitely trade back for more picks, allowing the Raiders to swoop in and take a guy like Jayden Daniels. Now, listen to this video that just came out yesterday about the #2 and #3 picks.
There's a really good chance he could wind up on the New England Patriots. I'm hearing more and more, seriously. I'm hearing more and more chatter that J.J. McCarthy is high, if not first, on the boards of the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. He may be QB1 for both of those teams.
Give me more.
So I wouldn't be, I know I've dismissed it here. I'm going to have to dial that back. I've been told that I may need to dial it back a little bit, and that it is not a crazy thought to say that J.J. McCarthy is going to go in the top 5.
Now, obviously, they weren't the only people to say that. There's been rumblings around the NFL for the past 2 weeks that J.J. McCarthy could be going #2, #3, and if that is the case, if this is true or not just a smoke screen, right, obviously sometimes a team like the Commanders will be like, you know what, let's just say we're going to take J.J. McCarthy, see if we can get any really big trade-ups here by the Giants or the Patriots or, someone that really wants J.J. McCarthy. Maybe they'll trade up because they think we're going to take him, right? Obviously, that's how this draft lying season works. But at the end of the day, if there's a possibility that J.J. McCarthy goes #2 and #3, right, there is a possibility that the Raiders can trade up to get Jayden Daniels. And it would be a match made in heaven, right? Playing under his former coach, Antonio Pierce, playing with Devontae Adams, playing with Jacoby Myers. But that's not it, guys. There's another video that just dropped yesterday on IG Live with Jayden Daniels and I believe Malik Neighbors. I'm going to show you this in just 1 second. Before we do that, though, I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit the like button just so we can get this video out to more Raiders fans around the world. But also, subscribe if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And we're going to be covering the Raiders for the rest of the season. Off-season, right? Training camp, mini camp, rookie camp, the draft, everything. I got you guys covered. Don't you worry. And with that being said, check out this little video.
You, bro. I'm going to tell y'all where Jayden going. We'll keep it interesting there. If you want to do all that, I'm going to say where he going. And y'all never going to believe it.
Wow.
He might be part of the old homie.
Wow. That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do? Okay.
He might be partners with his old homie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll let y'all guess.
How?
Now, he didn't really say, Malik Neighbors to be exact, didn't really say too much about the Raiders, right? But he did say he might go play with his old homie. Now, that could be a couple of different things. Obviously, that could be Antonio Pierce. That could be Brandon Ayuk. That could be Rashad White. Now, obviously, when we think about his former teammates, we talk about those three guys specifically, right? Now, at the end of the day, we've already heard rumors about Rashad White wanting to be a Raider. We've heard rumors about, Brandon Ayuk being traded to the Raiders, maybe during the draft. Who knows, right? They can't even get a contract extension done with him, so he could be out the building soon. And the Raiders could suddenly have Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams, and Brandon Ayuk, Michael Mayer, right? I mean, that could be the best wide receiver core in the league. And then if you somehow find a way to trade up to number 4 and get a guy like Jayden Daniels, that could be crazy. But with that being said, we don't know. What if number 1 pick is Caleb Williams? What if the number 2 pick is Jayden Daniels? But what if it's JJ McCarthy, right? What are the Patriots going to do at 3? Would they trade back? Would they take Drake May? It is all speculation. But at this point in time, there seems to be some sort of rumblings going on that Jayden Daniels could actually get to the Raiders. Now, I want to break down some film to you guys. I want to show you some of these plays that I've, broken down the film on from Jayden Daniels. This dude is going to be insane. Let's look at him. Jayden Daniels is one of the most impressive prospects I've seen at the quarterback position in a very long time. And now he's in a draft where he's not even projected to go number 1. That's Caleb Williams. But now there are rumors that he might not even go number 2, which I think would be a mistake. Now, I want to show you guys some film as we look at some of his plays. When he throws over the middle, the man is very high IQ. Now, in this first play, what we see here right away is 2 deep safeties, okay? So now keep in mind here, we need to understand what the defense is running. So boom, quick snap. What he's going to do is read the safety, okay? You're going to see the safety slightly bite up, and then this safety immediately run to the middle of the field. Now, what does that look to you? Cover 3 zone defense. You got a blitzing linebacker, boom, this guy rotating out. So now you got a cover 3, right? So you got 1 deep safety over the middle. You got your 2 boundary quarters going out to the sidelines, right? And then you got 3 guys over the middle creating this wall, a mid read, a hook curl, and a hook curl, right? So boom, what does that tell us? The middle of the fields are open if you can fit it in those areas. Boom, right here we got a crosser. Look at this throw by Jayden Daniels. Gets it right on the money. Boom, leads him in instead of, down the field. Instead of getting hit by number 10 hard, he's able to then make a play after the catch as well. I'm starting to get really excited for this year's NFL draft. Obviously, I want the Raiders to go out there and try to land Jayden Daniels, right? I do think they have a good backup plan where, you can play Aidan O'Connell. You can draft a Michael Penix at 13 if he's there, right? I think there's a lot of really good talent and a lot of good potential in this year's draft, especially at the quarterback position and even the guys on the roster, right? But I think if there is a possibility, if there is a way for them to get Jayden Daniels, I think they have to do it. I think if you pair him back up here with Antonio Pierce, we have the future quarterback. I think he could be a stud for a very long time. But I also think the same thing for Michael Penix, man. Accuracy, his speed, elusiveness as a quarterback is insane as well. And I think even Michael Penix is highly underrated as a QB. And I think he could be one of the best in the class, right? But man, if there's a way to get Jayden Daniels, make it happen. Now the Commanders could be lying. Could be a smokescreen. They might go with them at number 2. But who knows? Maybe the J.J. McCarthy smoke, maybe it's real. Maybe they do want J.J. McCarthy. And if teams want J.J., if teams want Drake May over Jayden Daniels, they're going to pay later because the Raiders will trade up to number 4. They will make it work. They will make it happen. And they will really, really make some moves going into next year. I think they've done a great job not overspending this offseason, getting the guys that they really, really need, and then maybe focusing on bringing in some more guys after the draft. But man, I am excited to see what they do in this year's draft. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and comment down below who do you think the Raiders will get in this year's NFL draft. And I'll see you guys in the next Raiders update. Peace.